All right. Okie dokie. Think you guys might have caught me sitting down, but that's okay. We are live here and we are getting started. I know I'm doing a lot of live streams, and that's kind of the way our channel's going. So hopefully you guys can enjoy our live streams. I want to do that because I want to have a focus on community. And part of community is interacting with people. And so I like interacting with people. I like live streams because I get to interact with you guys while I educate myself a little bit more on a game that I need to know and I need to be familiar with before I can give it a fair shake on a review. So that's why we're doing so many live reviews, live playthroughs, live Q&As, live. That's what I enjoy doing. Now, on that note, we're going to be doing another live Q&A with just myself at about 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to be a thing that I'm calling a fireside chat. And fireside chats are, if you know, from way back when, was just a way for people to sit down and have a chat about stuff. And a couple of things that I think would be cool to talk about right now is, first of all, upcoming releases for 2024. And there's a lot of really cool games coming out 2024. One that I just heard about today on Facebook. You may have seen some posts about, what was it called? Weird Span, which is a version of Wingspan with dragons in it. And there's, I'm pretty sure it's real, but there is some people speculating on the validity of it. But if that's coming out, I think I might just be a fan of Wingspan now. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Wingspan way back when. It's one of the games that my son Michael, who is usually a through and through Amerithrasher, he really enjoys Wingspan. So I've always enjoyed the game, but I just was like, birds, but dragons, okay, now you've got my attention completely. I've always been a fantasy theme kind of guy anyway, as far as, you know, what I enjoy and so forth. So anyway, we do have some people watching, so I do appreciate it. Please sound off in the chat room. I want to interact with you guys and gals just as well, maybe more than you want to interact with me. You might be at work or something to that effect, and I completely understand that. Let me know if you can, but do let me know that you're here and watching. I can see that you are with YouTube, but I'd rather interact with you if at all possible. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing Bonsai. Bonsai, however, has a solo mode. Now, we did do I've played this 4-player at Grand Con with, it was myself and 3 of the other Love Thy Nerd guys that were there. And, no, I'm sorry, 2 Love Thy Nerd guys and 1 other fellow we had just met, and I can't remember. Luke Philpak was teaching it, and I can't remember any of the other names. I'm just not good at names, and I apologize. But played with 4 players there. That's where Luke taught me how to play. Since then, I've played 2-player with my wife, Jessie. We actually streamed that last week. And now I'm going to be playing the solo mode. Now, the solo mode is actually pretty cool, and I'm going to talk about this before we get started. Flo Soas is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Watching in between getting stuff done. Got you on speakers and a monitor, but usually not around keyboard. No worries. No worries. I get it. This is background noise. Understood. Good to have you here. 16 Easy's Alb. I'm wishing for Battle Lore 3rd edition. Maybe one day it'll happen, but I won't hold my breath. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen either. But that probably would be cool. 2.0 was so good, though. I really enjoyed 2nd edition Battle Lore. Anyway, getting back to Bonsai. And again, keep those kinds of things coming. I love interacting, love talking, love chatting. So keep that kind of stuff happening, but I'm going to keep the show moving along. All right, so Bonsai. Loved it, 4-player. enjoyed it immensely with 2-player. Now we're going to see if I enjoy the solo mode. Now, solo mode comes into effect here on page 7 of the rule book. That's another cool thing about the game, is that there are not a whole lot of rules that are going on here. This is not a hard game to learn. It's pretty simple. There are some minutiae. For example, one of the things that you're not supposed to do in a 1 or 2-player game is you're not supposed to use the intermediate levels of the public goals. That means you're only supposed to use the most rewarding one and the least rewarding one, not the one that's kind of in the middle. We used all 3 when we did the 2-player live stream. This is something we're going to be talking about tomorrow on my fireside chat. We're going to be talking about rules, ... and then we're also going to be talking about 2024 game releases that are coming out that are catching my eye at this point in time. But that's for tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the solo game. Now, if you want to just play the basic solo game, it's right up here. There's a couple of different things that you have to do during the game. You basically play the game with the same rules as a 2-player game with setup and all of that kind of stuff is concerned. But during the game, every time you do a meditate action, which, let me go ahead and switch down to the second camera here. Every time you do a meditate action, which is where you take one of these cards out here, you have to get rid of the card that is to the left of it. So if I take this helper card right here, I have to get rid of that card as well, and then this will shift down and 2 more will come out. That's what I have to do in a meditate action. In a cultivate action, I also have to discard the rightmost card on the board, which is the one that's farthest from the deck, then slide the remaining ones over and put out a new one here. So every time I'm doing a meditate action, I'm discarding the card to the left of the card that I took, and every time I'm doing a cultivate action, which is where I'm building up my tree over here, I have to get rid of the rightmost card, slide everything down, and then put another one out. So every turn, a card is leaving from this space. So that is going to keep the game length at a good pace. So keep that in mind. Battle Lore 2nd Edition is one of my favorite board games. I've been recommended Warhammer Underworlds, as I've been told it's similar, but there's so many versions I wouldn't know where to start. Okay, with let me just say this. With Warhammer Underworlds, it's one of those games, they come in standalone expansions. You can start anywhere you want. You can almost just simply pick the set that has 2 armies in it that you're most interested in and go with that one. There are some slight rules changes, if memory serves me correctly. There are some slight rules changes from all of those different standalone expansions, but you can buy one of those boxes and you've got everything that you need to play. You don't need to buy any of those smaller box, I think they're called warband expansions, because each of those boxes just comes with 1 warband in it. The bigger boxes, like well, I'll just go ahead and show you this one because I haven't even opened this one yet. I'm a bad boy, I know, but I haven't even opened this one. So for example, if you pick up Harrow Deep, this has it has the Monarch de Cunnin, looks like an orcish type band, and Calthea Zandire and their war bands that come along with it. So you have Zandire's Truth Seekers and de Cunnin Crew Fighters, which has got to be an orc, just from that. And they do have green colored models in it. So if you buy any of these sized boxes, it's everything you need for the game. And even if the rules are slightly different in that box, and they're slightly different because of how those 2 war bands play, I think. So just pick a box that looks cool to you and go with that one. You don't really need to know anything else other than that. But whoever did recommend that to you based on your love for Battle Lore 2nd Edition, very good recommendation. So go with that. All right, moving on. So what we do each and every turn is quite simple. You are going to take one of two actions, and I already mentioned them. You're either going to cultivate. You're either going to meditate, which is taking a card from the row, or, and I was looking at you guys, and well, I had the picture-in-picture in there, so that worked, kind of. I've been eyeing up. Good. All right. So you're either going to meditate on your turn, or you are going to cultivate, which is build up your tree here. These cards, some of them are just going to go face down and they're going to be worth extra points at the end of the game, like these two cards here. Some cards are going to be cards that will get you more tiles down here at the bottom that you can then later on cultivate your tree with. Some of them will actually immediately add, so if I take this guy right here, these black arrows that are facing up mean that I can immediately place 2 tiles that I already have in my stash into my tree. I don't have to take an additional cultivate action to do that. But in addition to this, when I take this card, it's also going to give me 2 new ones, and that happens simultaneously. So I start the game with a wood and a leaf in my stash. But if I took this, I'm going to be adding a wood and a flower to my stash, and then I could carry out this and automatically put up to 2 of these 4 into my stash here. All right, so that's how those kind of work out if I were to do that. That's a meditate action. And in the single player, in the solo mode, whenever I take a card, I have to get rid of the one that's to the left of it, and that will be and then I slide this one all the way over and refill. If I'm doing a cultivate action, I'm going to be looking at my player board here. My player board tells me, first of all, the number says that it has a 5 on it. That means that I can have 5 tiles in my stash before I have to start getting rid of it. So basically, it's like a hand limit. And then it also tells me what tiles I am able to place out and how many of them for a cultivate action. So if I took a cultivate action right now, I could place up to 3 tiles out at once. One of them can only be a tree, a wood tile. The other one can only be a leaf tile. And the third one can be anything that I want it to be. All right, so that's how that goes. There are going to be other cards that will add to the number of tiles that I can keep in my stash from time to time. Those will be called tool cards. And then there are also growth cards that will be like this one right here, which will add to the number and the kind of tiles that I can place on a cultivate action. So you simply go through this. When the last card from this deck is revealed, I will take one final action and then we'll tally points. So that's generally speaking and in a very quick nutshell how you play the game. Now, for solo mode, they have a couple of different ways that you can play solo mode. You can, first of all, just simply play against the difficulty level. And with that difficulty level, you're simply trying to get a number of points. So for example, for the low difficulty level, I have to score 80 or more points to win that game. For medium, I have to score 100 or more, 120 or more for high, and then for extreme difficulty, I have to score 140 or more. So I'm like, all right, cool. So that's all of this. And that's just basic. That's the basic solo mode. But in addition to that, to add a little bit more variety, they also have 5 scenarios. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 scenarios that are out here. So you can try these at different intervals. It's kind of spice up the solo mode a little bit. So each scenario gives you certain setup rules. For example, it chooses which of the public objectives you're going to use. Then it tells you any other rules changes, and it also tells you the goal. For example, scenario 1, I have to score 130 or more points, which is going to be interesting because I think I did pretty well the last time I played it, and I think I only scored 110. So I'm going to have to really kick some butt. But in addition to that, in order to win, I also have to take 2 of the large and 1 of the small, keeping in mind that you can only get 1 of each color. So I have to kind of choose on the onset which ones I'm going to go for and then go from there. But that is scenario 1. You know what's going on. I've been eyeing up Beastgrave. I do have Beastgrave as well, but I already have it deconstructed and in a carrier. But Beastgrave is a good place to start. Any of those 2 Warband faction starter sets will be a great jumping in spot for you. All right, so we are ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I think my first action is going to be to meditate. I'm going to take this card and put it over here. It allows me to get a wood and a flower. So we'll pick those up right now. And then I can immediately place, this is not following my cultivate action restrictions over here. I can simply immediately place 1 wood. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I can place 1 of my choice. I think I'm going to have that be another wood as well. And we're just going to go ahead and do that. So I've placed out those 2 on this card, and now he gets flipped over. Now, there are going to be some cards like these that possibly will give me more points for having workers in my hand. Other cards, well, as a matter of fact, that's what this one is right here. So that's going to go away because I have to get rid of that. Then this slides down, that comes out, and that comes out. So here's another helper, and this guy is a master. So the master is going to give me a wood and a leaf, and then if he is still here, if I take him, he'll give me either a leaf and another wood. So it just depends on where he might be. So this one is discarded. We'll just put it off to the side over here. Matthew Rose is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So that is that. Next, let's see. Am I going to take another cultivate action? I could try to... Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm going to take this guy right here, and this is just going to be 2 points for every helper that I have in my deck at the end of the game. So that gets flipped over. And then I have to get rid of the one to the left, and then this goes over, and 2 more come out. Well, this is interesting. Okay, now this one is going to give me 2 points for every growth card I have in my play area at the end of the game. So that might be something I could go for, but I might want to just go with the things here, but we'll see. All right. Well, let's see. I think for I'm going to do, this is kind of strange, but I'm going to do a cultivate action. So I get a wood and a flower. And that goes into my play area because of that. But here I can put out 1 of my choice and a flower. So I think I'm going to put out a wood. Oh, you know what? No. Oh boy. This is getting kind of... Oh, you know what? I have to place out a flower. And I think if it's there, I think I have to do it. Helper cards are activated once you take them. They are kept in a face-down pile. Place one bonsai tile of your place in your bonsai, one tile of your choice, and or one tile of the type shown. Taken from your personal supply. You may place tiles you just took along with this card. Yeah, it sounds like I have to. Let me double check. Place in your bonsai one tile of your choice and or one tile of the type shown. Okay, so it does have and or, so maybe I don't have to, because I don't think I want to right now. So what I will do is I'll just place the wood like that, and I'm going to leave everything else. That goes into my stash. This comes and gets discarded. This comes over here, and two more get put out. All right. This is interesting because I am rifling through this. Okay, so I get another wood and another flower. And now we're going to place a wood and one of my choice. So I think the one of my choice is going to be this leaf, and I'm going to place a wood right here, just like that. All right, and that goes in my stash here. I have to get rid of this master. That guy shuffles over. We'll go 1 and 1. Here's one of those tool cards that I was telling you about earlier, which will up the number of tiles that I can have in my supply. I think I'm going to have to take this guy because he's going to give me 2 greens, and then he's also going to give me a wood and a flower. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that is at, I have to double check because this, I was not getting this many, I was not getting this many tiles so quickly in our other games, so I have to double check here. Capacity limit. If you have more than 5 tiles at the end of my turn. Okay, at the end of my turn, which I'm going to at this point. He's going to go into my deck. I have 5, so I want to keep this one, and I want to keep that one. And then this one, and I will put those 2 back because I need some other green as well. All right. So one of the cool things about, all right, so I can't place anything. This one has to go away. That comes over, and we'll go here and here. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to cultivate. And I think with cultivate, I can only place 3 out. 1 wood, 1 leaf, and 1 of my choice. So I think the one of my choice is going to be this flower right here. And then I'm going to go with a wood right there. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go with a leaf right there. So one of my choice, a leaf, and then I'll place another wood right here. No, I don't want to do it down there. want to do it there. I am going to place a wood, but I don't know exactly where. I think I'll place it here. There we go. And I think I'm good to go with that. So I did 1, 2, 3, and that's all I can do. Now, whenever I do a cultivate action, I have to get rid of this card here. Slide everything down. And fill it back in. Ooh, looky there. All right. I think I'm going to take this card here. This is a growth card that I'm going to be able to place here. It ups the number of tiles that I can play out. So instead of just 3, now I can place out 4. And one of them can be a flower. This one could also be a flower. So I do have the ability to place out 2 flowers right now if I wanted to. But I also get a wood and a flower for having taken that card. Then I have to get rid of this card. And wow, this is going very quickly. I don't think I like that very much. And then I think I'm going to meditate again, take this tool, place this here, and now I can have up to 7 tiles, and I'll take a leaf and a fruit. And now that I can have 7 tiles, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm good to go. I don't have to get rid of any. But this goes away, and this comes all the way over, this comes all the way over, and then that gets filled, and that gets filled. My goodness. Okay. So I think now I'm going to cultivate again. So my first one is going to be a flower, which is right there. And then I'm going to do a wood. A leaf. So I did a flower, then I did a wood, a leaf, and I'm going to do another flower right here. Just like that. And that's all I can place because I did 4. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. I have to get rid of this one. And now these slide down. Wow, that deck is really low. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to get 12. How am I going to do that? Oh, man. Ah, goodness gracious. Okay, so these are the 2 that I'm going after, and then I have to get that one too. Man alive. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to fail miserably, I think. Powell Family Farm is here. Cha-cha-cha-chia. Yep, that's pretty much what, well, not really, but I get the reference. The cross reference, that is. All right. Goodness. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one for a meditate action, which is really bad because that going through this deck is tough. Dude. So I'll get 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So I get a wood or a leaf here, and then I can place one of my choice and a fruit. So let's go ahead and do this. Place that right there, and then a fruit right here. You know what? I'm going to place that right there and this right here. because I need to keep those points. These guys score for every open thing that you have around it. So as long as you have, they're out there like this, then it's scoring you some good stuff. All right, that one goes away. And then we go 1 and 2. Oh boy. What does it say if we do... If you take the card to the right of the deck, reveal and discard the top card. So you always have to get rid of one. Good night. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Alright, so we're going to take this card. Put that over there. And that's going to give me a wood and a flower. So this one has to go away. Man, those masters, goodness, they are out. I will do a cultivate action, and the cultivate action is just simply going to be 1 and 2. And that's all I can do. I can't place another one of these just yet, so I have to wait. Whenever I do that, I have to get rid of this. Flip one over. Oh, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Twister 4815. Hey Sam, thoughts on the Wormspan announcement? Yeah, I was just briefly mentioning this earlier, and it instantly gives me interest in it. We'll talk more about it tomorrow during the fireside chat that I have scheduled at 1, but suffice it to say that was interesting. That gives me that gives me 6 points right off the bat. So I think I'm going to take that. It's also going to give me one of my choice. I'm going to take a leaf because that's what I need right now. And this one goes away, which is kind of sucky. Not helpful. Not helpful. Great. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do a... I'm going to go ahead and do a cultivation. So I'm going to put those two out. I have to get rid of this. Then these slide down. And this comes out. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm not going to get all these. That's the hardest part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 4 more. I can't get it. Oh, man. What am I doing wrong, man? Let's see. I don't have cultivate. So I've got to take. So I'm going to take this one. And that gives me a leaf and a fruit. But I also get... I'm also going to get a wood as well. So that comes over here. This goes away. And my goodness, I only have basically 2 more actions left. Holy cow. That's hard, dude. There is no way. I'm going to have to try this again. This is... I'm going to try different. Oh, man, I am... Woo! Boy, oh, boy. Goodness gracious, this was tough. Man alive. Huh. Well, I will. That's not. Well, it gives me points, so I'm going to do that. That's not super helpful, but it does scoot these over here. And the last two cards are drawn, so now I get one more turn. Poop. All right, well. Well, I'll take this one, and that allows me to get a wood and this, and then it allows me to put out one of my choice and a leaf. So I can do a leaf here, and then do one of my choice, which is this, which does help me accomplish this, because from the edges I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers. So I was able to get that done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's one of those, which means I would have had to have 5 flowers, and I couldn't have done that. So no way. All right, well, let's see. Well, I didn't win because I didn't get a second big goal. I only got a small one and a big one. I didn't get 2 big ones and 1 small, so I missed it. 2 hard and 1 low difficulty goal. I only got 1 hard. So let's count points, though, to see how I did on points. I don't think I did very well, but we'll see. All right. So with points here, and that's what this card here is good for, it kind of shows you don't get any points normally for wood. For every leaf you have out there, it's 3 points per. And then for every open space around flowers, it's 1 point. And for every fruit, as long as it's not adjacent to other fruit, it's worth 7 points. So, so that's going to be the first thing. Then we also have these guys out here that are going to give me points as well at the end of the game. Boom. Oh, nope, not that. And this one. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this gave me 10 points because of that. I'm getting out of the way. Okay, here, let's do this. Where's my pencil? Here's my pencil. One God 777, $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate you spending time and hanging out. Hanging out in Tombstone today. Ooh, Tombstone, Arizona? That's pretty cool. Happy New Year, Pal Family Farm says, hello, hello. I think I already read that, though. I apologize for not saying it earlier. All right. So for my leaves, I get 3 points per. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3 is 18. And then for flowers, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 25 points for flowers. For fruit, I got 1. So that's 7. For my cards, I get 2 points for each one of these. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then I got 10 from here because I had 5 helpers. So that's 20. And then I get 1 more point for each of my, so it's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26 points from these cards here. Then I also get 21 points for my things here. 21 points. So altogether that is 8 and 5, 13, 20, 26, 27, Carry the 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, 97 points, and I needed to get 130. Wow, that's really tough. Now, let's say that I was able to get 4 more wood, or let's say that I did what I was wanting to do. I got these 2 and this one. That would have given me, let's see, 19 more points on this, which would have been, see, 97 plus 19, that would have only been 126. No. 9. Yeah, no, 116. I would have had to get 14 more points somewhere else. What? I don't know about that. I do not know about that. How would I have done? Well, I beat the low difficulty level. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play again real quick, folks, because that, it's kind of like one of those things where when somebody dares you to do something and you're like, oh, whatever, I can do that, and then you totally fail at it. That's how I feel right now. So, what I'm going to do, I think, is, I think I'm going to play this again, definitely, right now. Let's see, start with one of these. So, these all go over here. And these go here. These go over here, and these 2 go there. Okay. All right. Well, if you're just joining in, you just witnessed the tail end of me getting my butt handed to me by the scenario 1. I fell short by 37 points and 1 goal tile. So I'm going to just go with these. Let's switch out these, and I'll go with these. Those are just the other 2, and then I'm going to keep the wood out there. So those are the tiles I'm going with this time around, just to change things up a little bit. And now we're just going to see how well I can do at scoring points. I'm not trying to necessarily get any of the, I don't have to get, I'll put it that way, I don't have to get any of these public objectives, but, oh no, black screen. What is happening? Boom. Okay, it just decided to stop working on me, eh? let's see. Hopefully that worked. Might be coming back. So hopefully that is going to do it. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, the good thing is, all good now. Thank you, thank you. The good thing is that that was in between the two games. So the two games, hopefully, will not be interrupted that much. So there is that. But goodness gracious, really didn't need that. Oh, I just messed up all the. Oh man, I'm not even going to try it now. Hello, Fee. Yes, we are back. Thank you. I apologize for that. I think what happened was and it doesn't make sense, but the only thing I can come up with is that my internet strength dropped just enough to lose the video, and but no, that doesn't make sense. That's just stupidity. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but this is the same thing that was happening the other day on Saturday before Jess and I were getting ready to go live for our Q&A, and the cameras just would not work. But they eventually started working. I had to shut down. I tried multiple times unplugging things, plugging them back in, and all of that kind of stuff. And none of it was working until finally at one point it did work. And so what I did today was I first started with unplugging and replugging in the HDMI cables on both ends. Then I tried plugging and unplugging the connector from the Blackmagic Design to the computer. That didn't work. So then I shut down Wirecast and immediately reopened it, and it all came back on. So it works. Thomas Prime is here. Can you make any more noise down there, young man? You probably can, can't you? Yes. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi to everybody? Huh? Come here. You want to come say hi? Hey, everybody. Yeah, Strider's being a good boy today. All right. Why don't you lay back down for a little bit? All right. Here we go. Round two. Shall we? All right. Here we go. Round two. We are going to get started. I am just going to do the regular solo game. I have decided now that these scenarios are much too difficult for my level of skill. So let's determine my level of skill. We're either going to have low skill, medium skill, high skill, or extreme skill. So let's shoot for somewhere between Sinmon and Sensei, which is 100 to 120 points. That's what we're going to shoot for. Same rules apply as far as how everything has to happen out here. So we'll be able to get going that way. All right, here we go. Alrighty. So I think right off the bat, okay, here we go. These goals, these are the same. Have to get 8 wood or 12 wood for 15 or 5 points. This one I have to have either 5 leaves or 9 leaves for either 12 or 6 points. And over here, if I have one of any kind, as you know, all the way off to one side of my pot here, and one that reaches below the bottom of the pot, if I have both of those, then I get 14 points. If I just get one that's off to the side over here, this one can be either side. You know, it's just that on one side it has to be off to the side, and then on one side it has to be down below. This one, it has to be this cracked edge side, and I get 7 points for that. So there you have it. That might be the easiest one to get, and I focus on these two, but I don't know. That seems like it's still going to be difficult. All right. So what we're going to do here, I think I'm going to take this master, and the master is going to give me a wood and a leaf. And then I also get another wood and a flower on top of that. So I have 6. This guy comes over here. I have 6. This one's also going to go away because of the solo mode rules. And then these two come over like so. So I have 6 at the end of my turn, so I have to get rid of one because I only have 5 available. So I think what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to get rid of this flower. Then I am going to take this helper here, and taking the helper gives me a wood and a flower. And then I am able to immediately place 1 wood and or 1 of my choice. So I'm going to place a couple of wood out here. Let's see. I think I'm going to do this, because getting that 1 down below is super freaking hard. All right, so I'm going to do that. So I did a wood and 1 of my choice, which could be also a wood. So this one goes away. This guy comes over, and we go 1 and 2. Now I'm going to do a cultivate action, and the cultivate action is going to be, let's see. I don't think I can do that yet. I have to do this. 1, 2. So I did two wood and a green. And then I'm just checking to see if that's going to go below. It will go below, so that's good for me. All right. So the cultivate action makes me get rid of this card. Everything slides down. And that one comes out like this. So, man, not a whole lot of stuff out there. All right, so cultivate is going to be I don't want to put any fruit out there. But I guess it doesn't matter, does it? This one's going to give me a leaf and a fruit. And then I also get 1 of my choice, which is going, well, no, I get 1 of these, so I'm going to choose to get that. This goes into here. This goes away. And then 1 and 2, just like that. Then, oh boy, my little one has fever. He is asleep, so I will be quiet today. Oh, very sorry about that. There is a lot of sickness going around, so I'm very sympathetic about that currently. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one. That's going to give me another wood, and it's going to let me place 1 of my choice, which is going to be this one. And that reaches below, so it qualifies for that one right there. And the other one's going to be a wood right there. Because now I got to shoot over and get this one over there done too. So that's what that one is. And then this goes away. And 1 and 2. So I think I'm going to take this card now. That gives me a growth. And it gives me either a wood or a leaf. I'm going to take a wood. And then this goes away. This comes out here, and this comes out here. And now I'm going to take a cultivate action. And the cultivate allows me to put out 1, 2 wood and a leaf will go right there. So I did 2 wood, a leaf, and then I think for my other one here, I'm going to do another leaf, which will be right here. And now that I have one of any kind over here and one of any kind down below, I can take this. So that worked well. But cultivate action makes me get rid of this. All of these scoot down. And now that comes out. So now I have to shoot for, this one's dead to me. I can't get that one anymore. I can only get these 4. So we're going to go with I think we'll meditate and take this one. And that's going to give me a wood and a flower. And this goes away. That comes out, and this comes out. Keep that right there. I think I'm going to cultivate. So I'll put one of my choice, which is this fruit right there. And then I can place some other stuff. So I'm going to just place this wood right there. So for wood, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have that, but I'm going to go for that. So I'm foregoing this, and I'm just going to shoot for that. That's what I'm shooting for. See how that goes. I don't think it's going to go very well, but you'll see. We'll see. That one goes away because I did a cultivate action. These scoot down. That gets flipped over. That could be very useful. So I think I am going to do that. I'm going to take this card. That's going to give me a wood and a flower. And I can place one of my choice and a flower. So I think wood is going to be just like so. And one flower of my choice is going to come on over here. And this goes over here. That gets put away. This comes out. Get that and that. 1, 2, 3. I got 9, right? I could use this. I'm going to take this. That gives me basically 3 green if I wanted to. And because I took 1, 2, and I can take another one here. So that goes there. Foregoing scoring any points on wood. I'm going to cultivate, and I'm going to put green, leafy, right here, and then leaf right here. So I could go here, yeah, with another one. So I get green, green, and green, so I can't place that flower out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could take this. I only need 3 more to get that, though. Let's go all in. Who needs the small stuff, huh? Forget about it. Sam, are you mimicking the old one on the card? Yeah, pretty much. I wish for a fast recovery. Yep, absolutely, Mom Gamer. Those sick kids are never fun because you feel so bad for them, and they sometimes they can't communicate exactly why they feel the way they do either. So that always sucks. All right, so this one comes out here, and now I think I'm going to take this because I want to score. I've taken, well, let me see how many. Yeah, I've taken some helpers, so I want to do that, get my helpers. But that gives me a leaf and a fruit to do that. And then we can scoot these down. One comes over here. Oh, wait. Yeah, we had to get rid of this too, didn't we? Yep. So one more has to come out. Poop. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna cultivate. Yeah. I'm gonna cultivate. I'm gonna put that right there. And then I'm going to do one of my choice here. So that's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I need 2 more. But cultivate makes me take that off. And only one comes out here. Gosh, I'm just running out of time here, man. Goodness gracious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta get 2 more of those. They're not even out. Yeah, I could get them right there. So I could definitely get that one. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this. This guy gives me one of my choice, which is going to be a green, a leaf, and I'm going to take another leaf for down there. So he comes over here. I have to get rid of him as well. And then 1 and 2. Oh man, 2 more actions. All right, well, cultivate will happen. So we'll go with 1. Oh, I can't place it there, can I? And 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I do get this one. And I can place this out as well. We'll place this out. Here. Like that. Cultivate gets rid of this. And that goes there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't. I'm not going to be able to. Oh, I will. Oh, yes. I'm going to do this. This will give me 1, 2, 3 wood and a flower. Bum, bum, bum. And that slides over. These two come out. And I can take one more turn. And that one more turn has to be to cultivate. So I will do 1, 2, and 3. I'll even put it up here like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is what I need for this one. And that's the end of the game. I have one of these back, but that doesn't do me any good. Okay, so now we will, okay, this is all game 1, and this is game 2 over here. So that was a little bit of scribble scrabble that I did. All right. Okie dokie. All right, first things first, let's see how I did. So, no points for woods. Leafs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 3. 27. Is that right? Yeah. Flowers. We have 5 times 3 is 15. And then fruit, we have 14. And then parchment cards. What parchment cards did we get? We got the helpers, and that's it. And that was a whopping 6 points. Should have got the master card. Never leave home without it. So my parchment cards scored me 6 points. And then these guys, however, got me 26, 31, 41 points. All right, let's see. 12, 16, 22, 23. Carry the 2. 2, 4, 5, 6. 103. Man. 103. Well, I guess we did okay. That means I got medium. That's a Sinmon. Sinmon skill. So 103 was what I scored this time. See, that card would have given me just a few more. But see, here's the thing. If I would have gone back and done anything differently, it would have, like if I would have taken this card instead, and I was able to get everything else, which may or may not have happened, I would have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have gotten 12 more points from that, which would have put me at 115, which still isn't into the next echelon. So that really wouldn't have mattered much. Yeah, this is a tough one. As far as, you really have to do well to get into that upper, the sensei or the yusha levels. So that's interesting. I think that's pretty cool because I like the fact that you're really just trying to push yourself. These scenarios, man, like for example, Long Winter, your goal is to score 120 points. All right, I got kind of close to that. But you have to collect 4 parchment cards and claim all 3 goals. And the goals that we had to claim are the ones that I did right now. So generally speaking, if I had been playing Long Winter 2, the second scenario, I still would not have beat the scenario. I would have come close because I got the 3 goals that they wanted me to get, but I only got 1 parchment card, not 4, and I only scored 103 points, not 120. Wow, man alive. That's interesting. I like these different scenarios. And the cool thing about it is if they really wanted to, which I don't know if they would or not, they could easily just come out with more scenarios for this game. And again, I think that might be, you know, low-hanging fruit, no pun intended, but and it might not even be worth their while to do so. But I do like the fact that these scenarios are there. I like that a lot. No way. Hi, everybody. I missed the play today. Sadly, had to play second mission of Dune Imperium. Oh, sorry. No, that's a joke. Dune Imperium's a good game. No worries at all. And again, that's just how it is. Yeah, but the second scenario, yeah, this is tough. This is tough. But here's the thing. I don't think it's undoable. I think it is heavily weighed in on this little guy, though. How these cards come out. Do a lot of those helper cards come out that allow you to take tiles and place them? But here's the thing. When you're taking those helper cards, 2 cards are coming out. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 32 cards. 32 cards in the deck. So I don't know what the math is on that one, but, and I don't know how many turns I actually took, but I would say you have about 20 turns? No, probably less than that. You probably have around 15 turns thereabouts. No, if you did all so yeah, you've got about 20 turns probably. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Does look tricky to achieve. It does. It is. But again, I don't like solo modes where it's like you look at it and it's like there's no way I could do that. I can definitely see how it could happen. I can definitely see if this fell into place and you were able to do this and you got the right kind of, you know, the right cards that came out and all that kind of stuff. That's not really, I don't know. That seems like it's pushing you down towards that island of like luck and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not so sure that, I think there is a lot of skill here, but I think there is some luck on how the cards come out. I'd be interested to determine during setup, tick 1 would leave it, add them to your as starting tiles and add them to your personal supply. So does that mean you start with 2 wood and 1 leaf then? Because in a okay, you remove all the cards from those decks. The first player. Well, I don't think that would have been a horrible. That's not a horrible ingredient, you know, thing. I probably should have started with 2 wood and one leaf, because solo mode says that you take 1 wood and 1 leaf tile as starting tiles and add them to your personal. Oh, no. No, I think it's right. I think I did it right. Yeah, stupid. We'll talk about this tomorrow. We will talk about this tomorrow. I can't wait. Please, if you are here and you're not doing anything, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time or Pacific Daylight Time, whatever. I think it's standard right now, right? Pacific Time. Who cares if it's daylight or standard? Come and join the discussion tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about rules and the interpretation thereof and all of that kind of stuff. I think it'll be a cool conversation. We're also going to talk about the games that I'm looking forward to this year, 2024 releases. So come by and check that out. Tricky is good. Too easy isn't good either. That is correct. Tricky is good. If it was too easy, which is one of the things we're going to talk about tomorrow, based on my World Wonders playthrough yesterday, because I got some good feedback from a person that believes that and I don't know that I didn't do it wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that they contacted me in the comment section and said that I did the scoring wrong, and I thought I did it right. And I've reached out to the company. I just haven't heard back from Robert yet. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. And again, I'm not angry, not at all. I'm just simply intrigued by the discussion, by the narrative that can happen there. So I want to talk about it tomorrow. And so I certainly hope that that will be a cool discussion, because I think it can be. I think it will be. But anyway, anticipated games, let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Tricky is good. Just joking. How was it going for Sam today? Did you win? No, I did not win. I did not win at all. Actually, we did this twice. I played Scenario 1, and then I just did a basic solo game. So I guess kind of I won the second time because I did better than low. They have 4 difficulty levels. There is low difficulty, medium, high, and then extreme. And I scored enough points with 103 to be at medium. I'm okay with being okay. So that is that. But one of my group's favorites, Tricky like Tiny Towns, our favorite. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Tiny Towns is a good one too. But I think that's about it. I'm going to have to get going because I have to get into town to pick up Jess. And we've got some stuff to do today. So I'm looking forward to all that good stuff. We're going to a hockey game. Yeah. Wenatchee Wild. Looking forward to that. Love hockey. So looking forward to doing all that stuff. But we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys and gals for joining me. I certainly appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Come back by tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're going to have that discussion, that fireside chat. You can see it scheduled there on our channel. So we'll see you at 1 o'clock Pacific time for our fireside chat tomorrow. And we'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye. Oh, Glenn! Getting here late. Show up tomorrow, Glenn, if you can, buddy. We'll talk to you later. See you later.